There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
Hi there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. It's summer! Yay! The time of summer vacation. Now, I've heard that even the Pink Purveyor of Persnicketiness is home on summer break. I wonder how Evil Villain Man is handling the return of his niece. I mean, ever since she chose to follow Jesus and went off to Bible college to learn how to be a children's pastor, they just don't seem as close. Yes, you have reached the Evil Villain Man residence. And yes, it is I, Evil Villain Man, speaking. How may I direct your call? Ah, my niece, the Pink Purveyor of Persnicketiness. It's good to hear from you. I take it you're home from college on summer break and ready to resume our dynamic duo of destruction? What do you mean you're no longer the Pink Purveyor of Persnicketiness? Of course you are. I gave you that name. I even gave you the pink hair that inspired it. Now that you're a follower of Jesus, you don't think it's appropriate for you to do evil? You've got a new name now? What name could possibly be better than the Pink Purveyor of Persnicketiness? It took me weeks to come up with that name. I mean, I had to find something that incorporated your pink hair, and you need the proper alliteration, and to find some sort of word that connotes evil, or at least a not nice attribute that starts with P. It's harder than you think. The Pink Purveyor of Peacefulness, one that is incredibly close to the name that I gave you. I think I have a good case for copyright infringement here. And B, why would you ever want to purvey peacefulness? Jesus gave you peace and you want to share it? Well, we'll just see about that. I'm sure this is just a phase, but if it's not, I've got a phaser that will help bring you back to your senses. Behold, it's my turn someone from good back to evil-inator. Oh, right, this isn't a video call, it's a phone call, so you can't see it. Sorry about that. Well, if you could see it, you'd be quaking in fear. For one blast from my turn someone from good back to evil-inator. Actually, that's an incredibly long name. Let's just call it Tsigibatiia for short. One blast from my Tsigibatiia shall turn anyone who was once evil but is now turned to good back to evil. Yes, tremble, my not so naughty niece, for soon you shall be naughty again. Now, I've got to go so I can begin hunting you down. Give my love to my sister, and I will see you soon. Yes, it is I, Evil Villain Man, and being a super villain, I have a profound and powerful propensity for perception, meaning nothing escapes my notice. I shall locate the hidden locale of my no longer nefarious niece in no time. There is no way that she can hide from me. Now where could she be? Oh, Pink Purveyor! It's useless to hide from me. Ooh. Did it get chilly all of a sudden? I mean, I feel a draft.
Uncle Evil Villain Man!
Oh, there you are.
Yes, it is I, the Pink Purveyor of Peacefulness. Although you already know that, so I'm not really sure why I announced it.
I've told you before. Evil villains do that. We always announce our presence.
Right. Except I'm not an evil villain anymore. Uncle, I just want you to know that I'm not out to get you. Jesus changed my life. Now I want to spread his peace to everyone. You just said that you were feeling chilly, right?
Yes?
Perhaps this will warm you up.
My cape! How did you?
I was able to take it from you. I was this close to you, but I didn't do anything, even though I could have. But I don't want to fight you. I want to love you. We're family, and besides, that's what Jesus wants to do too.
Oh, Pink Purveyor, you are a better niece than I am an uncle. I'm so sorry. I know you're going to take over Patropolis long before I ever will. I'll head back to my lair now. Ow, I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, even I, evil villain man, must have his evil limits. If the Pink Purveyor wants to be peaceful instead of persnickety, I need to be okay with that. I can't believe I was actually going to shoot her with this. Whoa! What a rush! And that, kids, is why you treat every gun like a loaded gun. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, it's time to teach that no bad niece of mine a lesson. She thinks she can just change from persnickety to peaceful? I'll show her just how persnickety I can be. Now, last time I was out, I got a bit chilled, so I need to make sure that I have my cape on tightly. So, here, hold that for me, please. Thank you. Tighten that. Oh, good. All right. Thanks.
Uncle Evil Villain Man.
Stay back, or I'll blast you. Wait, what am I saying? I'm gonna blast you regardless.
You mean with this gun?
What?
Traded evil for good. I even got you your favorite kind of donut.
Well, actually, every kind of donut is my favorite kind. Except for those jelly-filled ones. Ugh. Talk about evil. Ugh.
Why would a great person like you want to waste your time chasing someone like me? All I want to do is bless you.
Oh, Pink Purveyor, I am so sorry. You are always welcome in Patropolis, and always welcome to bring me donuts. I am free most mornings.
That sounds good, Uncle. I hope you feel loved and experience the peace that Jesus gives.
Well, I do feel loved, and if this is peace, I'm hungry for more.
Maybe an all-you-can-eat love and peace buffet?
Ooh, and if you can add some fries from Burger Hut, it's hard to get reservations there these days. I'm glad things worked out between the Pink Purveyor of peacefulness and evil villain man. Who knows? Maybe she can succeed with him in ways that Pat Man hasn't been able to. The situation between the Pink Purveyor and evil villain man is very similar to the situation between King Saul and David in 1 Samuel. Saul is chasing David, wanting to kill him. At one point, Saul has to go to the bathroom. Since he's out in the wilderness and porta potties hadn't been invented yet, he decides to use a cave. Now, little does he know that the cave he chooses to do his business in, it's the same one that David is hiding in. Talk about awkward. While Saul is preoccupied, David sneaks over and cuts off part of his robe. After Saul leaves the cave, David comes out and reveals that he was in there all along, showing Saul the part of his robe as proof. Realizing that David could have killed him, but didn't, Saul declares how righteous David is and that David will surely someday rule over Israel. Then he leaves David alone. Unfortunately, Saul can't contain his evil jealousy for long, and a little while later, he is out hunting David again. Now, this time, while Saul and his men are sleeping, David and one of his soldiers creep into their camp and take Saul's spear and water jug, which are right by Saul's head. David then climbs on top of a nearby hill and calls down to Saul's camp, holding up Saul's spear to let Saul know that David could have killed him with his own weapon, but chose not to. Again, Saul realizes the righteousness of David and chooses to leave him alone. David had every right to kill Saul, but chose not to. Even though he had a couple of really good opportunities, David recognized that that wasn't God's way. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 through 44, "You have heard that it was said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." And in Luke chapter 6, verse 27, "But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you." The way of the world is to hurt those who hurt you, but that's not the way of God. And that's not just something He makes us do. He did it too. Romans chapter 5 verse 8 says, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." God is love, and He wants His followers to be people of love. Why would anyone want to follow a God who is just like everyone else? But a God who loves and whose people love? Now that's something pretty attractive. Let's love like the Pink Purveyor of Peacefulness, who loved like David, who loved like God. Why be like the world when we can be like Jesus? I know which one I prefer. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We'd love for you to join us for Sunday services. We meet every week at 10 o'clock. You can also tune in online on our website, summitchurchmt.com, or on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share so that others can feel the love too. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye!
All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
As an evil villain, I generally stay away from all things good, but I gotta admit, these donuts are really good. I want to be as close to as many of them as possible.